Some of you are sitting out there wondering if Walmart is really committed to sustainability. And if so, why would we be committed to sustainability? I got involved in sustainability from a defensive standpoint. I got to thinking about, if people are going to attack us, what's left? And I thought, you know what? One of the things with the size that we are, our impact on this world is such that at some point the world is going to look at us and say, we have a higher expectation from Walmart.
The first time that Lee mentioned the word sustainability to me, I thought we were getting ready to start a P&L review. I didn't know what it meant. I didn't know what he meant by it. I thought that's where we were going. But somebody gave me this book, actually the two books, Mid-Course Correction and Ecology of Commerce, two that I started with, and reading that totally changed my perspective. It was like taking a different pair of glasses and putting them on, and everything looked different after that. Everything looks different to me today than it did before I understood what was happening. And that lens is allowing me to change my behavior.
We see sustainability quite simply as doing what's necessary to sustain resources today and to tomorrow.
So if you think about how the population is growing and the amount of land it takes to house a population that's growing, then you think about the food that's needed to produce for population growth, and then the water that's needed to irrigate the crops and to provide to everybody that's growing. And then we need land for 11.4 billion tons of waste every single year. Eventually we run out of space and we run out of resources. So sustainability is about preserving those resources so that future generations can have a good life.
We've got three overarching goals, and at the highest level, the first goal is about being supplied by 100% renewable energy. And what that's going to do, it's going to push us, and it's going to require us to think differently about how we can use less energy than we do today. And secondly, what the sources of that energy are.
The compact fluorescent light bulb. At face value, it seems to be a little counterintuitive because it costs more. It's $1 or $2 more than an average light bulb, a conventional light bulb. But when you really drill into it, it saves over a ton of greenhouse gas in the life of the bulb. So that's one bulb making a difference and adding value to our customers.
We've got 134 million customers in our store every week. If in the course of the next year we can get each one of those customers to just switch one bulb, you can see the savings. It's $3 billion of efficiency to the U.S. economy. Again, one bulb.
We talked about getting to 25% savings in energy costs over the next 7 years. The slide you see here is a new Walmart Supercenter in McKinney, Texas. You've seen what the company is doing with this new green prototype, they call it, where we've got all kinds of things. We've got an wind turbine. We've got improved skylighting. All kinds of energy-saving opportunities for us.
When we talk about what we're doing in the truck fleet, we're not only going to eliminate emissions by doubling our fuel efficiency, and it's good for the world. What we're talking about doing is saving $300 million a year in fuel costs that are going to allow us to further decrease our prices and better take care of our customers.
Second overarching goal is about creating zero waste. Now that's going to require a whole lot better design than we have today. And ultimately, when we get good enough, that will mean that there won't be waste coming out of our stores, our distribution centers, and ultimately, when we're really good, out of our customers' home either.
As you think about all the waste that we get rid of, all of that waste is generated at some point with a cost. It is transported, it is sold, all of it is handled, and then it all comes back as waste. Anything we can do that takes cost out of that process has the ability to lower the cost of the product. And as most of us in this room know, as we lower the cost of the product and we lower the retail price of the product, we do what? We drive sales of those products.
This new all small and mighty, a significant reduction in packaging by taking the water out and making this more concentrated. Less corrugate, less shipping, less fuel costs, less supply chain costs to be able to get this through. This is a very simple idea, like many of the ideas that we're working on in merchandising, but it has a profound impact on the environment. And I started to think about this all deal. If you took water out of laundry detergent, what would happen if you took water out of Bud Light? So we're working on this, so this Bud Light concentrated drops, you'll see what it's equal to.
We work with schools and with other people in your communities to capture back plastic bottles, and Keep America Beautiful is going to keep count of them. So if a local school raises a certain amount, they're going to translate that into the amount of yarn that we're going